Alright guys, jumping in the midday here and with some Chomp Champ action. We got Pac-Man Megatonal Battle Chomp Champs, and I am appreciative to be able to hang out with you guys and just get a pack snack in here. It's a little bit more than that. I think it's like 24 games or something like that. I don't know. Let me check it out. It's 24 games, yeah. Good, he stayed. Okay, sweet. I don't have to do any more math. We can just go into it. Alright, guys. I'm going to do 4 matches. Then I'll do the Diamond Tier update. And then I will do the last 20 matches and then do the Chomp Champ Tier update. So I just want to let you know that's what's going on. We're second trading Rocky and Bullwinkle. And I appreciate you guys. Just going to get this in, and then you'll be back with some more Bray. I believe we'll be doing Elden Ring. So, alright. Appreciate you guys. Alright guys, it's time for a recap of the Diamond tier. Let me go ahead and pull the shield up, and let's see if I can remember to take it back down instead of keep it up the entire time I do a call. But that's okay, because again, it just makes me give those people a little bit more recognition, is what I meant to say. Alright, so we're going to do the local United States Eastern Division first. Shout out to the guys at Micro Center today. They really hooked me up. Got everything going, guys. I mean, we just got to get things running tomorrow, but like we're gonna start getting all the footwork setting up for the other half of the lab. So you will start to see content from me and Bray at the same time. I know that you guys have been asking for it, and we're very blessed and appreciative to be able to present that to you. And again, thank you guys at Micro Center for giving me a tremendous deal. Also, thank you to a situation where I was able to get the maximum value for my games and stuff. So alright, here we go. Number 20 in the local United States Eastern Division of the Diamond tier is TG Surge with a 42-2 and a 27-54. Number 19 is Crazy Thomas Fox with a 42-0 and a 27-66. Followed by number 13, which is Bulldog 02880 with a 46-3 and a 2773. Number 17 is Dat Sonic Boy with a 40-0 and a 2781. And number 16 is KK with a 26-11 and a 2783. I believe that's an outlier score. I'm going to start saying that because I was told that I should make sure I bring attention to it. So obviously when people say that, I don't believe it's a spoofing score. I just believe that they got a kill screen. That just makes sense to me in my head. And if you know what I'm talking about, we need to have the conversation about it, because literally it's just making sure that the integrity of the leaderboard score is intact. So, and this coming from the high end, and I've also talked to somebody that's networking with some of the other high rankers in the top, and I'm just not going to drop their names. But yeah, so the discussion is being said, guys. If you're hearing me and you got kill screened, you see what I'm doing, I'm just going to keep working for it. But if you can find a way to tactfully message people in higher ups in Bandai Namco Entertainment Incorporated or Amber Playing with Fire, I plan on doing the same. Just find a way to be tactful about it and just say, hey, is there anything that we can do about recovering experience points or rating? And then you can just tell them by proxy that you understand that the reason why win-loss records and ratings are separate is because the two go hand in hand. I mean, I could have a 42-2 and I could have 42 32nd place victories and I will barely have any rating. But if I can be 42-2 and have all first place victories, I can have a substantial rating. So that number matters, and just because the win-loss doesn't reset doesn't matter, because then you now won't be able to tell the quality of those wins. And unless they reinstate my 119,246 personally, then the integrity of my score will always be subjected to what was the quality of the wins to garner such a low rating. And then that makes it so that I don't want to compete anymore, if that makes sense. But I'm going to keep doing it now because I'm having fun and I still have a metric that I'm hitting personal goals, and I believe that if you have personal goals, then you should continue to play too. So 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Okay, number 15 is Daikai. That's what I'm saying because I don't know. It's like I can't really pronounce the rest of that, and I don't want to butcher it. So Daikai's got a 50-4 and a 28-14. Again, I believe that's an outlier. Sorry.
You're gonna mute your notifications.
You know what? I self-mod a lot, and I forget to do that. But it's important that if I don't do that, because if I mute it at the wrong time and I don't wake up, my GameStop Pro membership is expired. There's no way it did. I just renewed it. That's some new jack horse crap. Alright, so let me count back down again. Surge. Number 14 is Juggernaut 171 with a 41-0 and a 28-29. Number 13 is Quaalude Love with a 45-0 and a 28-31. Number 12 is NSW with a 46-0 and a 28-39. And number 11 is Mythic Panda with a 50-1 and a 28-42. Now for your top 10, number 10, and top 10 of the local United States Eastern Division, the Diamond tier. Number 10 is Soul with a 51-1 and a 28-58. Number 9 is Flawless Diamond with a 62-6 and a 28.93. And number 8 is Cosmo 513 with a 46-2 and a 28.98. And if you're Cosmo 513, Flawless Diamond, or Soul, you are just edged out of the Platinum tier leaderboard, or the splash screen, so to speak, for the local United States Eastern Division, and you're just so close because you guys are very competitive in this. It's like one win here. One win is between those 4 people. So, but number 7 is Pharaoh with a Pharaoh 1215 with a 47-2 with a 29.01 rating. Number 6 is Sick Comedy 34 with a 41-0 and a 29.05. Coming in at number 5 is Ray Dupommel with a 44-2 with a 29.20 rating, and number 4 is Eduardo 57 with a 48-2 with a 29.22 rating. Now for your local United States Eastern Division Platinum tier top 3 champs, we have in the bronze spot, the number 3 spot is Ziltoid 731 with a 43-1 and a 29.31 rating. And like I said, they came out of nowhere, so it shows you, especially if you look at our first impressions, we did 64 on the first one. That would put us right in Chomp Champ territory in our first playthrough, and it shows you can still do that too, but you would be spending quite a bit of time doing that. So congratulations, Ziltoid 731, coming up out of nowhere to take the 3rd spot in the Platinum tier for the local United States Eastern Division. But in the 2nd place spot, or the silver spot, we have Sensei 7296 with a 72-16 win-loss record and a rating of 2,943. And stably in your number 1 spot in the Platinum tier in the local United States Eastern Division is NIHJOLA with a 61-0 win-loss record and a rating of 2,974. And again, I'm not sure if they got kill screened or not, because they haven't moved in some time, and I'm pretty sure that rating is supremely low, because 75 first place finishes is 7,500 rating. So I have a hard time believing that they can be at the top of the Platinum division and have a 61-0 and only have a 2,974 rating. So, alright, give me one moment and we're going to be back with your global Platinum tier. Alright, now your top 20 on the global division leaderboard. So globally, the one that's the overall for the diamond tier, number 20, we have Starghoul, which is a cool name that just came up out of nowhere, with a 47-2 with a 28-30 rating. Number 14, Quaalude Love with a 45-0 with a 28-31, and number 18, NSW with a 46-0 and a 28-39. Number 17 is Mythic Panda with a 50-1 and a 28-42. And number 16 is Aaliyah out of nowhere with a 61-8 and a 28-50. Number 15 is Soul with a 51-1 with a 28-58. And number 14, one of my favorites, is Pac-Man with a 41-0 and a 28-62. Coming at 13 is Danny Rogosic with a 44-0 with a 28-83. And 13 is Flawless Diamond with a 62-6 and a 28-93. Number 11 is Cosmo 513 with a 46-2 and a 28-98 rating. And then the top 10, we have Pharaoh 1215 at a 47-2 and a 29-01 rating. Number 9 is Sick Comedy with a Sick Comedy 34 with a 41-0 rating with a 29-05 rating. And number 8 is AKI Tail 2D with a 40-0 and a 29-05. So if you're AKI Tail 2D, Sick Comedy 34, or Pharaoh 1215, boom, you're just edged out of being in the Platinum tier splash screen for the global division of Pac-Man Mega Tunnel Battle Chomp Champs. Alright, so your splash screen for the Platinum tier of the Global Division of Pac-Man Megatunnel Battle Chomp Champs, and your number 7th place is Ray Dupommel with a 44... I'm sorry, it's Platinum. I'm not supposed to be looking at Platinum. You know what? Did I look at the whole thing Platinum, the last one I did? Did I do that again? You know, if I doubled down on the Platinum, I did. I did. Oh, guys, I'm telling you, it's been a long day. But you know what? It's all good. These people deserve... Every time I'm talking about these guys, and even if it could be a situation where I'm, you know, giving the person a little bit more of a head start that I'm trying not to talk about too much, to me, it's more important that we continue to focus on the fact that this community needs to grow. And the energy that I'm putting out there, I'm starting to get some love back where people are reaching out to me and at least wanting to talk about having topical conversations about what's going on with leaderboards and stuff. I mean, this game's only been out for a month, but it's important that people understand that if this is like the seed that they planted, that we water it correctly and we cultivate it and we trim it like a bonsai, you know what I mean? So in this case, it's important for the leaderboard to have integrity. And you know, there's people like Suckwitch here that has a 103 and 16, and there's no way that they have a rating of 3,754 that just kept going after they got kill screened. So I'm sorry that this recap is especially long, but again, we got, you know, things that we're setting up in the lab anyway, so it's alright. So, but let's go over the top 20 local United States Eastern Diamond tier, which is what this update was supposed to be. And I was wondering why I felt like I had said the name of some of those lists earlier, but some people had moved, and there was a couple people that got recognized today that I didn't see, so it was all in good fun. It was all good for a good reason. So, number 20 is Randlex with a 82 and 2 and a 3687 rating. Number 19 is Michael with a 68 and 0 and a 3694, and number 18 is I Am Kings with a 58 and 1 and a 3726. Number 17 is Majin OAW with a 53 and 1 and a 3745, and number 16, which I definitely believe is an outlier, which is Suckwitch with a 103 and 16 and a 3754. Number 15 is Raul Duke with a 66 and 0 and a 3765, and number 14 is KevCat94 with a 64 and 1 and a 3745. Number 13 is Bagels with a 63 and 1 and a 3768, and number 12 is Rhyme with a 59 and 1 and a 3776. Number 11 is Liam with a 66 and 2 with a 3792. Now your top 10. Number 10 is Mr. Flan14 with a 58 and 0 and a 3802 rating, and Buster Blue 0052 comes in at number 9 with a 62 and 0, and I'm sorry, I said 0. That triggers Bray. With a 38 and 34 rating. Number 8 is Salty Bacchus 78 with a 93 and 15 with a 3840. And if you're Salty Bacchus 78, Buster Blue 0052, or Mr. Flan 14, you are just within reach of being on the splash screen of the Diamond tier of the local United States Eastern Division of Chomp Champs. So number 7 is Rivian with a 78 and 18 with a 3843, followed by number 6, which is Fearless Reptile with a 51 and 0 with a 3860. Your top 5 being Ching 236, who came out of nowhere with a 60 and 1 with a 3873, followed by Baby Ball, which is in the number 4 spot with a 64 and 3 and a 3892. Your top 3 Diamond tier local United States Eastern Division Chomp Champs are: number 3 in the bronze space is Akel Kara YT with a 57 and 0 and a 3,910 rating. In the silver spot, number 2 is Bam with a 56 and 2 and a 3,922 rating. And your number 1 Chomp Champ in the Diamond tier of the local United States Eastern Division is Zero Cool with a Zero Cool WYV with a 62 and 1 and a 3,953 rating. Alright, now that we're back on track, we'll do the global Diamond tier and then we'll finish up this last pack snack. Alright, your top 20 global or overall Chomp Champs in the Diamond tier. The Diamond tier is right underneath the last tier, the highest tier, which is the Chomp Champ tier. So you can see that their ranks are overall in the top 500. So in this case, the top 20 cuts off at 462, And number 20 and the top global diamond tier Chomp champs is Majin OAW with a 53-1 and a 3,745 rating. Number 19 is Catania. Catania. I don't know. I love that name, but it's hard for me to say. With a 59-2 and a 3,748 on the rating. Number 18 is Suckwitch with the 103-16 and a 3754. Number 17 is Raul Duke with the 66-0 and a 3765. With number 16 being KevCat94 with a 64-1 and a 3765. Number 15 is Bagels with a 63-1 and a 3768. Followed by Ryan with a 59-1 and a 3776 in this 14th spot. Number 13 is Liam with a 66-2 and a 3792. And number 12 is Mr. Flam 14 with a 58-0 and a 3802. Number 11 is Buster Blue 0052 with a 62-0 and a 3,831 rating. And then your top 10, we have Salty Baka 78 with a 93-15 with a 3840. And number 9 is Vivian with a 78-18 with a 3843. And then they're all separated by one game. We have number 8, Twisted Souls 202 with a 57-0 with a 3857. So if you're Twisted Souls 202, Rivian.
Left the screen on.
My God, dude.
I'm sorry. I'm
so overworked.
That's all right. Man.
No, it's not, because like it's cheat. It just makes things look shitty. But
not really. I mean, you're still announcing it.
Yeah, I guess. Okay. Oh my God, I do it like every 6th time now. But I only put it up there so I just don't pass through the whole list so they see everything, so there's no suspense at all. It's like, oh, let me show you the whole thing and then I'm going to just read it all out loud. Anyways, Salty Bacchus, Rivian, or Twisted Souls 202 is just within reach of being on the splash screen of the Diamond tier of the global division of Pac-Man Megatonal Battle Chomp Champs. So let's look at the top 7. They are ranked 443 through 449, so 443 is the cutoff to get you into Chomp Champ tier. So right now we have 442 Chomp Champs, if you wanted to know what the toppest tier, what you're fighting for. So even if you now don't pretend that the other divisions exist, if you try to be the number 1, you're going to be the number 1 out of 442 people playing it globally, which is still, to me, when you compare the people who were fighting for the records back in the 80s, there wasn't that many people. So I'm not going to continue to have to quantify why it's still something that you should fight for if you want it. Number 7 is Fearless Reptile with a 51-0 with a 3860. Number 6 is Ching 236 with a 60-1 with a 3873. Again, these 3 people are all separated. These 4 people, these 5 people, all 6 of these people, all 7 of these people are separated by almost 1 game. So it's crazy close. Really crazy close. The top 5 being Baby Ball with a 64-3 with a 3892, followed by number 4 Arkelkara YT with a 57-0 and a 3910, and then your top 3 Diamond tier Global Division champions, which would be the bronze would go to number 3 Bam with a 56-2 with a 3922 rating. The silver would go to number 2 Arctic Monkey with a 67-2 and a 3922 as well. So they're almost tied, but I mean, really, to me, it looks like you would put BAM higher than Arctic Monkey because they have 58 games overall, versus Arctic Monkey has 69 games and they have the same rating. So again, there could be a kill screen involved there, because there doesn't make any sense why they would have that. It doesn't make sense at all. So if there's a situation where you guys are going to do server maintenance and people are playing and there's no way for us to dictate when that time frame to get off is, where we're going to risk everything, then you guys need to be the company that goes down for server maintenance like other people do when they schedule it and announce it. And then make it so people can't still get in and lose their experience points, because that's literally the best. The rating is more important than the win-loss. The rating is really the number. So Arctic Monkey being 2nd place, and the number 1 Diamond tier Chomp Champ in the global division is Zero Cool WYV with a 62-1 with a 3953, which I almost feel like it's an outlier. I really do. Like, I get it. It's possible that they could get like 32s to 28 places consistently and have that low of a rating. I won't know until I face them. So, but I've faced people that are lower ranked than them that are good. So I just don't know. It's important that if we're going to have a leaderboard to fight for first place, and you're going to have different metrics that dictate what that place is, that they have some sort of stability and consistency, and then also ways to be edited for accountability's sake. So that's just not me screaming for 119,246. It is, because if you add all of these people up, add all these thousands of people up, okay? All these people don't have, if you even take like these top 70 people, if you add up their 4,000 each, it's not 119,246, and all these people are putting their time in, and I'm now trying to get this back the legit way, but I promise you I'm going to make waves if I have to, because I know other people are wanting to know, well, what happens if that happens to me, and I don't have the answer yet, so we're just going to keep playing, and we got one more pack snack to go, so that's 18 more games. I'm sorry, so 20 games, 18 plus 2, so it's about an hour and 45 minutes, and then you will see Bray with the rest of his Elden Ring. It will be probably, what's that? What's the damn time?
2:50. That's not right.
That's not right. So Bray will be with you about Elden Ring just about 8 p.m. this evening till whenever he feels he has done his happiness. All right. So yeah, I'm getting into these games, and we're still second screen Rocky and Bullwinkle, and yeah. I appreciate you guys. I guess I feel like when I've been doubling up on divisions, it's just because those people need extra love, and because, you know, you can see like there's people that when you play 70, when you have a rating of 7,500 and you got first place in all that, that means you played 100 matches. So when people have like a high win or loss, or they have a lot of matches played and they have half of that rating, that means they're still playing a lot. You know what I mean? They're just not getting they're not getting wins all the time, but they're playing, and they're still playing, and they're losing to bots, and they're still playing. So also take that into consideration. The people that are in the Chomp Champ tier, the people that are not losing the bots, the people that are in the lower tiers are having a lot longer of time on the road, because you get less experience points for a lower quality win, being that of like, I don't know, 32 to 24, or that's even different from like 24 to 16, and it's different from 16 to 8, and the top 8 get different. So like, you know, that's why I'm saying it's really important for there to be an integrity integer here, where we can start to talk about what it is to report this, what we can do. Like, I'm sure you guys have potential, like we can just show you, I can show you the screen. So that's what I was encouraged to do too. So, but yeah, just take a snap. If it happens to you guys, you're going to see all of your experience points be what you gained, quote unquote gained, after a dub. And it's just going to say negative that in a red box, like you lost. Just, if you're streaming, take a picture of that. If you're not, just snap a pic. If you're playing on a system that has capture, that's the information they're going to want to see. So, alright, so we're going to get into the other 20 games of this, and then we're going to recap the Chomp Champ tier, and then that will call it for this mini session, this pack snack, plus a little bit of overflow. Appreciate you guys. Hey, what's going on there, Clean Bucket? Who's Clean Bucket?
It's William.
It's William.
What's up, William? How are you doing, buddy? I'm gonna be doing some Elden Ring in a little bit if you're interested in that. But Dad's currently trying to build back up those wins after having his points wiped for whatever reason. And we're actively trying to get a hold of Bandai Namco and Amber, the studio who makes this, just to see if we can get his points reinstated, because we have definite proof that... Come on, man.
That doesn't matter. It's real life.
It's goofy, though.
I'm goofy.
Woo, 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 woo.
Can you make it so my phone's like not oriented like that? Because it's stuck like that now. It's not on the lock screen either. This is weird. Anyways, yeah, I've just been putting my head down and powering through because I figured if I doubled down my efforts and bust my ass, I just get a loss. Oh my god, I almost did. If I bust my ass right, I figured like when they do reinstate it, then I'm just gonna be it's gonna be soul crushing. How
William's playing Bloodborne right now.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's fine.
It would be soul crushing. I agree.
Because that's how he probably feels like, ooh, I got him now, and like to
until
what?
Until it happens to him, and then he's like, oh.
And then he'll just give up. Other people will just give up. And I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm trying to be the guy that's inspirational. Because most of the people I know that are really hardcore gamers that I just talked to today, it's just like they understand why I'm keeping going, but they also understand why the integrity of the leaderboard is important. Am I gonna not gain an extra guy here? There it is. I was gonna say, it's gotta be soon. YouTuber, really sweet, wholesome. You should check him out. His name is Wagino.
I feel like I've seen that name before, but sometimes the only downside to a channel is when they don't have like a name that's easy to pronounce.
Wagino.
Oh, it's a smaller channel, Bloodborne and Elden Ring and stuff. If I were to give any piece of advice to this channel, this is a piece of free advice. They need to diversify their titles. They just have, you know, it's like Elden Ring Part 14 or Skyrim Part 88. It's hard to get views if you're titling things that way.
Even if it's the multi-part series, you can make the thumbnail title kind of gravitated towards what they're going to experience when they watch that, if that helps. Like when I know I'm going to do some trophies and I know that's going to be the session, then I make sure that you guys know, like, hey, looking for some trophies today. Instead of like part 50. Because like that's where I'm at. Like, but if you look at my titles, you won't know that the Pac-Man stuff's on part 48. But if I would have put 48, and it'd be daunting. Somebody would think that means I'm 46 behind or 47 behind, so they may not want to get into it at all. I mean, some people may look at it like, oh, there's a bunch of content, that's awesome. I mean, I used to think that too, but sometimes it's also a difficult where to get into learning to jump into it too. That's cool if you offered to help you, man. That's awesome. That's what community is all about, especially gaming community. These experiences where you guys can help each other out is really awesome. It sucks when people are trolling and, you know, hinder people, because some people don't realize or care that sometimes you only have a specific amount of gaming time, especially when you're younger and your parents are a little bit more withholding with that time. So when somebody like leads you down a path to do something that's not the best or most effective way to play the game, it really sucks. But that's one of those caveats to, you know, somebody thinking that they know better than you. Like I had somebody during my Undertale playthrough that had played it more that had some advice that just from a, even if you took Undertale out of the equation and you just inserted random role-playing game, the logic was flawed. And I still did it because I wanted to I wanted to be humble about getting some help, but then again, after a little bit I realized it was wrong, and I made sure to correct him so that he knew that, it was going to be more difficult on him, or it made no sense to me. Like, you'll see in my subsequent playthrough I won't make that mistake, but it's just like had to do with, using a healing item, but it was unfortunately not very weighty with how much it healed you, and then you were saving money by getting the cheaper one, but you only had that amount of space anyways, and it was the end game, so it made no sense to be withholding your money unless you were caring about having money for the new game plus or whatever. And to me, if I'm in it to win it, especially as difficult as that boss is, jeez. What's up, Roddy man? Chief is going crazy. I think my husky going crazy. If you guys are just hanging out, we got some Chomp Champs going on. We're just trying to get another even number to 2200. We're trying to recover from having a glitch take away all of our experience points. Because, you can look and see that we are the best. We have 2,182 in 14, and I lost 119,246 experience points, so that really should be about 154,000. So if you take 154,000 and you look at that number there at the top, that's almost by 35,000 more. So there's nothing I can do about it right now, but I'm petitioning to do something about it. There's me. There's them. Really just want to, yeah, there's just nothing I can do right now. But I definitely have, you can watch the footage if you want to see where my 2,182, if you want to see where they are, like, you can see it. Like, there's every episode, or every single match has been recorded here for you guys to see, so you can tell that I won all the games that I won, and it was nowhere close to, making it so I would have a crappy rating. So again, I'm petitioning to see what they'll do at Bandai Namco Entertainment Incorporated, or, trying to figure it out. Hopefully they'll figure it out to reinstate it. So where are you going in the summer break? I'm going to a place I don't know the name of it. English was in Danish. I will be doing a staycation. I believe that Bray will be going to Florida. I'll be basically working on getting the lab tidied up while Bray's away, and making it flow as good as possible. I need a second. I just need a second. That loss was literally because my dog was licking on my food on a plate next to my freaking next to my seat, and I just was trying to get him to eat my food and lick on my food because I don't have a lot of food right now, so I really couldn't afford to lose my food to the dog. So trying to get my food from my dog was more important than the game, and I just took my 15th fucking loss because of it. Or it's whatever. Just give me a minute. Again, I hate making excuses, but I got 15 losses now. And I'd say about 13 of them are not my fault. But when you got very little grub, and for some reason I just decided to get super excited about it, and then my doggo...
Yeah, you got too excited, and Chief was like, I want some. What's making you so happy? And then he came in, and I hear from the other room, no! Like,
he just,
like Darth Vader just lost, like, his wife, and, you know...
I, like, opened up the crackers, and I, like, opened them up, like, surgical style, like, all the way, so it was, like, the whole package was open, and he just came in and just did one big husky tongue whap, and it was the whole thing was just done, man.
All your peanut butter crackers.
Except for the initial one that I was just reveling about how tasty it was.
All your crackers belong to Chief.
Yeah, and I gave them to him because that's how I am. I'm not gonna throw them away just to be a jerk. I mean, it's my fault for But to be fair, and I guess again, if I make him seem so tantalizing, he probably wouldn't have gone for him. He's usually very respectful of me because I'm the alpha. So he'll like, okay, he knows that if he makes me mad, he's not getting my crumbs. So I'm like, the last bit of my sandwich, the last whatever. As long as it's not unsafe for doggos, I try to be respectful because he's a very, very much an emotional support animal and so much more than just a dog. But that little butthead knew I wanted them crackers.
And he wanted them just as much as you did.
Yeah, well, he got my 15th loss. I'll remember that's the one that Chief ate my crackers.
Yeah, number 15 is for Chief.
Whatever.
Do you need a water or anything?
It just makes me sad because like I was on pace to get that 99 healed back up at 2100, then I took a loss. 2200, then I took a loss. Now I'm probably not going back to 100% to like 2500 if I don't get another loss. Don't talk to him about being a cracker bandit. No. Cracker bandit Chief comes with. I'm just not gonna update the chat though about the thing. It's when it's at 2200. We'll do the last update. I just need to power through them now. But man, I'm also in a situation where I've been doing a lot of these sessions at night, and Chief's already asleep with Bray, so like he's not in here lording over my food.
So you just get you don't get as protective about it.
No, I guess I've been a little bit loose about it. So I understand.
Now you know.
He's a predator. I mean, what he did that bird. I mean.
Oh my gosh, you guys! I wish I like. I don't know. I don't want to show you guys like. I wouldn't want to have recorded it, but like, Chief was like Mike Tyson, and he pimp slapped the bird out of the tree. Literally jumped up and smacked it out of the tree off the branch, and then just ate it. And like Dad said, we were chasing after him, and then he just slurps up the foot like it's nothing. Like
it's nothing. Yep.
And that was it. And we both looked at each other, and Dad acted like there was more I could do in the situation. I was just like, I knew that.
I wouldn't have expected you to pull the bird out of his mouth per se, but I don't know.
You looked at me like there was something else I could do. Like I was.
Well, I mean, I just didn't want him to have that.
He had a tasty little bird snack, and it was so sad because it was like a baby. It was a small bird, and he just because he also ate it with like no problem. Like. I can't believe that. Well, I can.
He's a predatory animal. He just is chill. He's just like, guys, I need some protein.
Were those ghosts invisible?
I'm wondering.
They're literally not. You can't see them.
Oh my god, there isn't any.
There's no ghosts.
Okay. Okay.
I was about to say that we were just having a talk, right?
Oh my god, so we're all watching this live. Okay.
Yeah, there are no ghosts in the maze.
Dazer.
And because I was wondering what killed him and then what killed Dad, and it was invisible ghosts. You guys are seeing this live. What the hell?
Okay. Okay. Should I leave the maze?
Is it just in this portion of the maze? I would leave.
Okay, so I'll go up here north here. Okay, there's some.
That is so weird.
Wow, that's cool.
You've never in your nearly 2,000 games, you have never seen that.
Nope.
And that was the win.
Nice.
Wow, guys, that was crazy.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I don't know about awesome. That was just odd.
Well, luckily I stayed calm, and that wasn't going to cost me the same L that the dog eating my cheese crackers did. Crazy, guys. That's crazy. That was nuts. Okay, so just note on win 2196, that was like the opposite of the kill screen. Like, so if you just saw, I have 36 143 is my rating. It just gave me plus that as the win, which it wasn't, because obviously I don't have double that. So that, if you're looking, when you guys are flagging this, if I put down this one specifically, or I'll try to talk about it when I talk to them, but just like, note that too, guys, if you're doing your own streaming, your own footage, so that we can have all these instances, so they can see if they can like look and tell what kind of situations are going on there. Like if it was timed out to like, what time is it now? It's like, I mean, I know it was like 6:20. It was around 6:25, 7:25 p.m. EST. So maybe it's like timing when they're doing stuff that's live edits, because they don't take this down completely for any type of extended maintenance. They just do it when we're on. So I don't know. I'm going to keep chugging away. I mean, I got 4 more matches, but I think it's only 3 more matches, because I refreshed it and it was at 96 still, but it still said 96. So like, I don't know. Alright guys, here's your rundown of the top 20 local United States Eastern Division Chomp Champ tier champs. So the top 20 in the world in local United States Eastern Division. Number 20 is Insanity Drew with a 279-1 and a 2492. Number 19 is a Mouse with a 295-1 and a 2781. Number 18 is Wacky JIC 001 with a 333-7 and a 2901. Number 17 is Daddy Mark with a 295-6 and a 2968. P-Man! P-Man! They start playing! Alright! Alright, P-Man! P-Man came out of semi-retirement, guys! Awesome! That's really good to see, man. P-Man coming out of semi-retirement with a 301, finally playing a couple games, and he's got 21,491. What a great day, man. I've been waiting for that, P-Man. Was hoping you would come out of semi-retirement after that devastating loss before the 300th metric. But then we got Guardian Fan Such and the 15th place with a 301 and a 22,195. Number 14 is True Carnage with a 327-1 and a 23,808. Followed by 13, Sears Days with a 357-1 and a 24,189. Number 12 is David Dow 00 with a 333-0 with a 24,611. And number 11 is Sinister Sins with a 407 and 19 and a 24,869. Bray, P-Man came out of semi-retirement, bud. He's been in retirement for almost like a week, and he finally decided to wake back up because he just does all kinds of cool stuff going on.
That's awesome.
I know, right? I've been hoping. I've been putting that energy out there, man. Sinister Sins. Okay, so number 10 is Later 9910. So we've had matches with him. We've had matches with Sears Days. We've also had matches with the Mouse, man. So some of these guys are people that we're seeing, so it's pretty cool. But Later 9910's got a 375-2 and a 25,238. Breaking into the top 10, so that's number 10. Then number 9 is Space. They have a 384-0 and a 27,829. And number 8 is Shiba Inu with a 555-11 and a 34,296. If you're Shiba, if you're Space, or if you're Later 9910, you are just barely edged out of the top 10 of the Chomp Champ tier splash screen for the local United States Eastern Division. So close. Number 7 is Nello with a 486-1 and a 34.598. Number 6 is a familiar face. It's us doing a victory lap over again with the 2200 with the and 15 with a 368, which is illegitimate because it's without the adjustment, but it's that plus a 119,246. So, until we find a way for them to give us that back, that adjusted is about 155,000 is what we have. But for some reason we can't get credit for that because of a wipe. So, anyways, we'll do a victory lap and go back around, and we're 6 right now. But within that, the parameters of that, without the outlier or everything, number 5 is Shanimal with 631-3 and a 43,761. If anything, us being on the main screen now lets them see the outlier in the main way that they can see it and know that we didn't illegitimately do anything to cheat. We just literally got a glitch that made it so that we lost our 119,246 and we just won it back. Number 4 is Mothership with a 688-3 with a 47,904. And your top 3 Chomp champs in the local United States Eastern Division in the world. So the Chomp champ tier, the highest you can go, the top 3 in the United States local Eastern Division is number 3. The bronze champion is Kofi YT with a 829-0 and a 61,686. Number 2 is the silver champion, Gamer 2012, with a 1040-12 and a 71,669. And I'm telling you, they're going to do it many times, but Gamer and Try Again seem to be rivals, and they're swapping back and forth, and I love to see it. So Try Again with the number 1 spot, the gold. The main enchilada there is the Chomp Champ tier in the local United States Eastern Division. Obviously, we consider that contendership because that should be us, and it's fine that it's not. It's whatever. So good for Try Again with a 1059-9 and a 72,369. Now onto the global, and we're wrapping up here, and then we'll do the math, let you know the difference between us and our rival, and then we'll call it a day, and then you guys can hang out with Bray and play some Elden Ring. We got number 20 in the global tier for the Chomp Champ tier, so the top 20 global, this is the top 20 overall in this game. Number 20 is True Carnage with a 327-1 and a 23,808. Number 19 is Sears Days with a 357-1 and a 24,189. Number 18 is David Dow 00 with a 333-0 and a 24,611. Number 17 is Sinister Sins with a 407-19 and a 24,869. And number 16 is Later 9910 with a 375-2 and a 25,238. Number 15 is Space with a 384-0 and a 27,829. Number 14 is Eve Branch with a 438-5 and a 29,647. Number 13 is Shiba Inu with a 555-11 and a 34,296. Number 12 is Nello with a 486-1 and a 34,594. Number 11 is Lucifer Heaven with a 500-0, perfect 500-0, with a 35,848. Now your top 10 global champions. Number 10 is Mr. Socrates 1988 with a 489-0 with a 36,130. Here we are again as an outlier in the global board at number 9 with the 2215 with a 36,368, and again with the 119,246 that we're owed. That does not put us in this spot, but that's where we're at technically because of a glitch. Number 8 is Stammy with a 601-3 and a 42,894. And then if you're Stammy, us, or Mr. Socrates, we're just outside of reach of the Chomp Champs splash page, which is the main real estate. This is where you want to be at because this game came out for Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, and Steam. So if you play it on any platform and you're on this screen, they're going to see it no matter what. So it's another reason why we care about how hard we've worked to be on top of that, and then to get it all 119,246 wiped away, and we would be above this guy by 35,000 points if it would just be added together, but it's okay. We're still having fun. So Shamal is number 7 with a 631-3 with a 43,761. Number 6 is Mothership with a 688-3 and a 47,904. And your top 5 Chomp Champs in the world. So your top 5 are number 5 AV Gadar Sadao 007 with a 756-8 and a 53,561. Number 4 is Kofi YT with an 829-0 and a 61,686. And now the 3 other people are the only people that be in the thousands besides us. Is the other 3 is Gamer 2012 in the bronze spot, number 3 in the world with 1041 and 12. And to us, this is contendership. Your number 3 contender. We have the belt. We know we do. It's okay. We'll figure it out. The logistics. These are in terms. But number 3, the bronze champion is Gamer 2012 with a 1041 and 12 and a 71 744. Number 2 in the silver spot is Try Again with a 1059 and 9 and a 72 369. And the most illegitimate champion that you're ever gonna see is Mint Daddy Pig with a 60 40 and 6.
Speaking of pig, you want some pepperoni pizza?
I do.
With some bacon on it?
I do.
Eating the pig tonight.
And we got a 118 and 927 is their rating. But again, if you take our 36 368 and you add 119 246, which was wiped because of a glitch, we have 155. So we are clearly in the lead. But yeah, let's go ahead and do the math because we do what we do. Let me get my phone here. I'm not gonna do my whiteboard math because I don't have times for that. Hey, it's SK. Appreciate seeing you there, bud. Let's do this math real quick. So his 118, 927 minus our 36 368, it's 82 559. 82 559 divided by 75 is 1100. 1100 divided by 12 an hour, we're about 91.6, 91.7 hours. So we gained in this session we gained about 2 hours, so we were at 93.5. That's how it's going right now, man. Just taking a little bit by little bit, and we appreciate your time. Thank you guys for hanging out. Stay tuned about 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. EST is when Braden should be hanging out with you and doing some Elden Ring, so hang out with him about 10 minutes. So we appreciate you guys, and again, the final math was about 1,100 games. 1,100 perfect games is now separating us, and so we've closed the gap another couple hours, and we're just whittling away at it. Next session that you see me do, I'm working my way towards another longer session where you're going to see me on both splash screens again. We've already made it back onto the United States one, and then here we are. That's how close we are to being back on the top of the... So it's inevitable. Hear that, Mr. Pig? That is the sound of inevitability. And with that I say, chomp on, folks. It's Brian from the Vid-Bits. We'll see you on the next one. Please hang out for Elden Ring. Braden's Conquest is just getting to the point where people are getting talking. They're like, okay, I love the champ stuff, but what about Braden? Yeah, he's chomping at the bit, and we've just now diversified the streaming setup, so there will be there won't be any confusion as to whenever he's feeling the urge to be on. Like, I'll be chomping away on Pop's plays when I'm not doing it here on the Vid-Bits. So, but please make sure that you're staying along with his journey on Elden Ring, because it's getting interesting, Bray. You only got, what is it? What is the day? The 5th. So it's the 21st. So doing the math here, you got about 16 days, bud.
I'm not worried.
I know you're not, but. You know, you don't want to. The whole thing's having momentum. You don't want to have a small vacation before like the big the big shark comes out of the pool. You know, and that'd be that DLC, man. I'm glad that I don't think anybody's doing a lot of spooling. They're trying to make sure that they save all that information for themselves. I know the graphics are just insane. So, all right, guys, I will see you in the next one.